Just waiting to see if anybody pops up in here. I don't know if anybody's going to pop up or not. Oh, hey, DW. How you doing, buddy? How's everything going there, pal? Sorry I'm a little late, but we had this big chili cook-off and everything tonight that we had to go to in town and all kinds of fun stuff like that. Hey, Slash. How you doing, buddy? What's going on? How's your day going? Hey, Twin City. How you doing, buddy? How's it going? James, DW beats everybody here. I think DW is my number one fan, which is cool. So what's everybody up to tonight? How is everybody? Gotta love Carpus. How you doing? Slash is my number one fan. Well, Slash probably is my number one fan, but DW, I'm going to say you're very close. You're just bored, huh? How's everybody doing? I put a picture up on Instagram. Did anybody see it? It was the picture of my female that's probably going to be going, dropping some eggs soon. Am I lagging or anything, or is everything good? Am I good? I just built a rat rack. It's always fun building rat racks. It's always fun in general dealing with rats. Yes, here I am. Sorry, like I said, it was we were out at the town has this big chili cook-off where all the businesses make chili and everybody goes down and you rate it, and then they have they give out a trophy to the best one, and then they have, hey Ed, how you doing, buddy? And then they have a best experience. It's all haunted houses and stuff like that, so everybody does that, and everybody, the kids all dress up. They pick the best costumes and things like that. And then we had they have bingo while you wait to see who wins the contest. It's pretty good stuff. Yours is crooked like a three. Oh, don't worry about it. They'll hold up. As long as they hold the rats and they can't get out, you're fine. So, Ed, how are you doing tonight? Is everything good with you, buddy? And what did you think of the picture? Did you think that girl looks like she's going to go or what? I sure hope so. Oh, yeah, it's fun. We go every year because it's kind of fun to do it. I says, if we owned a business, we would definitely be opening up having a chili in it. So. Oh, you saw the picture, James? Yeah. Oh, and she's wrapped super tight. Super tight. I'm just trying to figure out what mail got her, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? When the eggs, if we're lucky enough to get eggs and when they hatch, we'll have to see. Yeah, Ed, he sells a lot of stuff. He's pretty good at. Jeff, you don't have to worry about it. I'll hook you up with anything you want, buddy. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You talking to me, James? Thank you. And they love that new paper. I put all the paper, they're all on the paper. They all love it. They love it way better. It's because you know what I noticed? This is what I noticed about Ed's paper. Before I used the paper and I had the wood chips in there and all, they would get in it and push everything away and lay flat on the tub bottom anyway. So when you put the paper in it, they just seem much happier sitting on a paper. I mean, you put wood chips or the coconut stuff in there, they push it out of the way and lay right on the floor. And when you put that paper in there, they lay right on it. Thank you, Jeff. You guys need to hit head up for the papers. Dean's Tarantula, how you doing, buddy? How's everything going? Getting ready for your show tomorrow and the next day? Jennifer, wow, you're in here. It's been a while. Your husband said you were sick. I'm glad you're feeling better. Corey Falls, how you doing, buddy? Guys, don't forget that this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and Spinal Bifida Awareness Month. Yeah, it says the setting up bit takes some time sometimes. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry you're still not feeling good, Jennifer. Yeah, Corey, I go through nights like that where I can't sleep because with my spinal bifida, I suffer in a lot of pain with my leg and stuff. So I find it just hanging out. That's why I'm up late all the time. Some nights I can't sleep at all. Yes, that's very good. My sister has breast cancer. She says stage 3, and then I have spinal bifida. So this month is kind of a big month. It hits both. So you missed what, Jennifer? The wife will be home here any second. I heard him just pull up in the driveway.
Honey, I'm home.
How was it, Andrew?
Tiring.
Tiring, yeah. He was a zombie
I was a zombie.
at the haunted house.
You should technically shut off the game when you do that. Okay, I'm not listening to this. Listening to what? You and her.
Yeah,
Hell,
I understand what you mean. I go through the same thing a lot. Really bad.
Who paused it? Emma, because you want to
Yeah, they left me by myself. Kind of scary thought, isn't it? Yeah, it's I've been dealing with it for a long time, Corey. It's longer than 39 years.
Looking for America's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. On this trip, get ready for all-American favorites. We got a lot going on here. And worldwide flavor. No one leaves here hungry. No one leaves here. I saw people camped out at Booth 4. I'm going to join in Santa Rosa, California. I'm going to drown in my own drool.
We'll talk about it later. Seriously.
What? You're fun.
I know.
I try and I lose my mind.
Yeah, I do. With you guys on here, Jennifer. So.
What did I just sit here and say? You say, are they just yours? I say, no, you can go ahead and have some. Well, can I have some? After 2 seconds before I just said you can have some.
That could be after.
Yeah, about 80 degrees. But I would think that you'd be okay with high 70s, 77, 78, you know, as long as you got belly heat. 80, probably 80. Most people would leave them at 80.
Who did your makeup?
So I know my room is like warmer than 80 degrees. So I never keep them at room temperature. So, well, that's room temperature, but I still have belly heat on them, even at 80, 83. I've seen people keep them at high 70s with belly heat, but, you know, with no problems. But you have to have belly heat for sure. Well, a lot of people think that, Jennifer, that the belly heat is so that when they lay on it, they can digest their food and it kind of warms their whole body up. But I would think that if you let it get too cold ambient temperature and a snake never leaves the heat tape, it's too cold in there. When you got it a good temperature in the room and you got the heat tape, they'll either lay on the heat tape or they'll move off the heat tape when they want it. But if it's too cold, they'll stay on the hot side all the time.
And this is the recipe your pops was using. Absolutely. This has not changed. Not at all. Not even if somebody walked in and said, you know what, a new thing that everybody's putting into it is buy as in buy. Use good ingredients, cook it the right way, keep it simple. That's what Dad's key was. How you like it? Yeah. It's simple but good. So run me through making a pasta. It is oil, eggs, and the milk. Salt.
So what is everybody else up to tonight, huh?
More than what I have left.
That's because you took them to the school. Am I still on or am I frozen or what?
Your nickname's Speed Demon, isn't it? More than you would ever know. I'm gonna go do a brake job on my Camaro. I'll be back. You keep nailing them, Speedy. See you on Thursday. You'll make me cry.
About 80 degrees. That's what I said. Right around 80 degrees would probably be about the lowest. Just curious with the gecko. Oh, with the geckos. Okay. Never mind. The geckos. I thought you were talking about pythons, Jennifer. The geckos you could probably let get a little cooler. You know, in the you know, I keep them in my one room, but I know you can cool them down. It won't hurt them any. But 70s would be fine for them. High 70s. Yeah. See, Steve knows too. I cool them down for breeding reasons. When you're going to breed them, you cool them down and put them through a small cool cycle, and then warm them back up for breeding. But that's only because when they start breeding, sometimes they won't stop laying eggs until you cool them down. Yes, and then they go between the two, the heat and then the cooler side.
It's crispy on the outside and luscious on the inside.
I've had this since I was a little kid. I've been to Breno.
But then I do things different than most people do. I do what's very successful for me.
His father was the first customer, and he was
No, you start getting that temperature up there, they die easy. They can't handle the heat. Oh, you're talking about ball pythons, though, right, Jeff? I think everybody else was talking about the geckos. You let the temperature, when temperature goes up on the geckos, they could die very, very, very easily.
Brought to you by Party City. Unforgettable moments start here. That's it.
Yeah, never, I would keep it below 90 for sure, because anything above that, and they could be in trouble.
Party City. Oh, it's on. All the hottest costumes, including yours, for $9.99.
Ed CMC's paper, Jeff, keeps the humidity perfect in a room in there. And if you find the humidity's down, get a little spray bottle, squirt them down, they'll be fine. And you're talking about ball pythons, right? Yeah.
And then more jobs began to appear. What started with one job spread all around because each job and energy creates many more in this town.
Ever notice how hard it is to clean impossible kitchen and bathroom messes with wipes and spray cleaners? Try Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Just add water,
Yeah.
squeeze, and erase. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser works great on burnt-on food in the kitchen. It's perfect for cleaning stubborn.
Yeah, they do that. I know somebody who does that, and he's very, very successful, and his animals are phenomenal. I don't remember what he keeps the room at. I couldn't tell you exactly what he keeps the room at, but I've been in there, and he's had breeding stuff in there, and he had eggs and incubating. He was very successful with it, with ambient room temperature. He uses no belly heat at all. Yes, I always did too. I spray them down and spray the sides. Keep your room warm, yes. And they do. Yep. So, hey Jay, what's up, buddy? I forgot to say hi to you because we're talking about leopard geckos. What do you mean, like heat rocks, Jay?
So he and his brother have taken over this joint that their dad started back in the 40s. It's an old school Italian restaurant. Chicken Vincenzo, table 14.
Okay. You're talking about the top of the cage heat element, right? The ceramic heat that shoots the heat down. Okay. I was going to say, if you use heat rocks, boy, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. See, you...
Coarse ground beef. No pork goes into this. No pork. Because old Jimmy Bruno doesn't want pork in there. Doesn't want pork because he would have put it in there if he wanted it that way. That's right.
Yeah, they eat a lot. You should. I make sure that they got some kind of food in mind all the times. I probably shouldn't do that, but I do. I keep food in there so that way they're constantly got food to go to. They'll eat when they want to eat, and some eat them all up pretty quick. Other ones.
Why do you need to stretch
To
your
listen to
phone and take a shower?
music. I need to charge my phone.
Well, you know what? If you're gonna be cocky with me and you want me to make you something to eat,
Mine are doing. Oh yeah.
Salt, pepper, garlic, Romano cheese, breadcrumbs, eggs, pine nuts. Really? I cook them in a cast iron skillet. Every one of them. Dynamite. So why am I trying these without pasta? Those are two of the ingredients that are ground into the lasagna mix.
That's what I was saying. For the, like what you said there, Steve, the temperatures for ball pythons, yeah. But ambient room, I don't remember what if the gentleman pops in here, I will have him come on and tell you what he does. Ed from CMC says he's hungry too. If you're making food, hon, you see the look, Ed? I'm gonna move to the side so you can see it.
Don't move to the side.
You're a dangerous man. Now we're gonna put meat sauce on or pasta. And this is gonna make it what, $3.50 for how many hours? For 3.5 hours. Some monster. I like corned beef. All right. Meat sauce on top, a little bit of parsley, about a little basil for garnish. You ready to rock? There's no way.
Yeah, I can imagine where you're at, Corey. That's Texas at the heat. Are you getting any of that rain down there? I mean, they're talking massive amounts of rain. I don't think Steve, for the balls there. You don't have much of a heat problem issue either, do you? I mean, I understand it gets cold there sometimes during the winter, but
Lasagna table 33. Best lasagna ever put in my mouth. Can you eat that whole lasagna? I can eat another one. No problem.
Our lasagnas. When I want an Italian.
oh, you need a lot. Yeah, see,
It's delicious. It's old school. I don't know how much this is a business and a job.
you have the heat with no humidity.
Personal party every day. I love what I do. And it shows every bit. You're just like your pops, man. That's real deal.
Yeah, they're talking a lot more rain than that. Even I guess I'm not sure exactly what they're saying.
A spot staying local while going global. I want to call it high-end festivities.
Yeah, I wouldn't think heat would be an. I didn't think humidity would be an issue in Georgia either.
It's Halloween. Leave no treat behind. Party City. Oh, it's on.
Well, that ain't a bad temperature, is it, Ed?
Count all the ingredients in real milk on 3 fingers. And you can count all the ingredients in flavored almond milk on 10 fingers and 5 toes.
Yes, Jay.
Steal Christmas in style. Let's start by finding some reindeer.
I suppose because there's no humidity, it dries up really quick, huh, Steve? You're gonna get rain all weekend, Jennifer? Raining and 50 there. Well, it's. Oh, okay, James. Yeah.
We're going to replace candy with some healthy Halloween treats today. It's called Veggie Fruit Chews.
They say we're supposed to have a mild winter. I don't know. We'll see how that one is. Hey, Tone, how you doing, buddy? Drive safe, Tone. Ed, you're gonna have to email Jeff there. He's asking you a question, buddy.
Add-on Advantage, a new way to save on travel. Now when you book a flight, you unlock discounts in select hotels that you can use up until your trip.
Yeah, you got to even. I put in I have an aquarium in my. I have a bunch of aquariums in part of my snake room, and then I spray the other one down. I should put like a
Add-on Advantage.
an aquarium in there.
Expedia. It's about time the gig left and right twigs their own packs. We got about as much in common as you and Mortician and me and Undertaker. Or you a janitor and me a custodian. Left and right twist packs. It's time to decide. Try Red Robin's new Haystack Tavern Double. Stacked with cream
Gotcha.
straws and our campfire mayo. One of our mouth-watering burgers starting at just $6.99.
You know, some of these really big breeders that have big, huge facilities, they'll get a hose and squirt the floor down twice a day, in the morning and before they leave at night. And then as it dries, because it's so warm in their facility, the humidity keeps up. They keep the humidity up. I mean, it's unrealistic for people who have them in their house or anything. But if you have you could, I suppose, if you had it in your garage and it was insulated with a drain in the floor. But yeah, most of them guys squirt their floors down twice a day, and then as it dries throughout the day, it creates high humidity.
Versatile, economically designed basket that you hang around your neck. The neck basket is there when you need it and out of the way when you don't. Now available in 2 convenient sizes. It's like an extra set of hands around your neck.
Okay, Jennifer.
Wouldn't you like to tell them that? Now you can by becoming an online survey taker at bigspot.com, where people like you get paid to give their opinions.
That's why I always thought, it'd be kind of interesting to have not just a house for them, but to have a building that you can do that with.
Which way? Let's dance. Let's dance. So there are a lot of ways that a restaurant ends up on Triple D. Most of the time it's the recommendation of the viewers. But then we got
Yeah, 4 times a day. Yeah,
dozens and you name it. But every
that's what I said too. I would squirt the floor if I had one with a concrete floor or something. There's a good sized building downtown here for sale. Would be kind of cool to move into. I could get a lot of stuff in there if I wanted to, but I don't know. I have to see what the future brings.
That variety comes from the one and only chef and owner Matt Spector, who's tapping into his fine dining background to spice up this breakfast lunch menu.
Yeah.
How do you describe what Softing's about? Everything is made here. It's good ingredients using local produce. You get it quickly. All called high-end pesto. There you go.
I got that the ball python that shed out today. One solid shed. You know, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, but she did good.
Meat is always warm. The vegetables are cold. It's like the perfect contrast. It tastes amazing.
Let's make it happen.
So
We're gonna make our Korean barbecue sauce for the Korean burrito. It's just oil, ginger, garlic, hot peppers, chili paste here. Let that break down a little bit. Rice wine vinegar, sugar, soy sauce goes in, just a little bit of water. We're gonna let this simmer down a little bit. Now we're gonna make the marinade for the beef. All right, get it going.
hey, Transfer Shanny, how you doing?
Rice vinegar, some garlic, jalapeno, ginger. I leave the skins on. I like the spice.
Yeah, same thing. Same thing. That'd probably be better than that way. You don't. A person doesn't have to do it. Or, you know, it's just something that they do.
Absorb it. We use short grain organic brown rice. We have our tortilla warmed up. Our pickled daikon and carrot. Our house pickled red onions. Kimchi, fresh mint and cilantro. Crushes it. Avocado, green onion. Our barbecue sauce.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense,
Little drizz of that.
Steve.
Wrap her up. You can smell it, right? Can I smell it? I'm gonna drown in my own drool is what I'm gonna do. Looks pretty good. Can I have that?
Oh, Steve, you have a great day at work. The rest of your time at work, I guess, and we'll talk to you later, buddy.
It's that combo of the cilantro and the mint. That little kick right at the end of it.
Once a week,
You got great acid, got good heat.
you know, and that's a good schedule. Just once a week. Some people do twice a week just to try to get their stuff, you know, at a good size. But I do once a week.
Here's your Korean burrito. The Korean burrito has a great variety of flavors. Textures.
It's the one with Guy. I guess it's Drive-In Dive or whatever. Burgers, Drive-Ins, and Dives or something like that. It's called.
One of my best friends brings me a burrito. I try it and I lose my mind.
Yeah, it's Burgers, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Here to see what else they got up their sleeve.
Roasted chicken sandwich.
She's always watching cooking foods, cooking shows. Yeah, that's a good schedule. Once a week is a very good schedule.
And a little hummus and a little beet dip, which we're about to make. You can't beat it. Right. Our roasted beets, yogurt, toasted walnuts, madras curry, and we have some lime here too because it could use some acid. Pulse that a few times. The beet salad is done. Now we're gonna make farro tabbouleh. Listen, I'm a farro junkie. I like the toothiness of it.
That's it. That's what it is. I'm sorry. I'm not hip on the cooking shows, but that's it. That's the right one. Yes.
Salt, pepper. We always toast our black pepper before we grind it. Simple details make all the difference. Little olive oil, red wine vinegar. Let that marinate for a while. You would all this extra effort make this one salad that is only
yeah.
of the components that go together for the macaroni salad. Yeah. So
Yeah, they'll eat a lot, and you don't want that. Pumpkin Patch, how are you doing? It's good to see you in here. But one thing, it depends on if it's a male or a female too. Males, some people feed them. They don't feed them. They only feed them like some people do it like once every other, you know, like twice a month, a good sized meal, because they don't, for breeding reasons, they don't want them to get huge. But yeah, once a week. I just do once a week.
All right, put it together, brother. Some greens down, beet dip, baba ganoush, our hummus, mixed olives, tomato, farro tabbouleh, our extra virgin olive oil, red wine vinegar again, falafel.
You feed Remy once a year?
Tortillas right up here. Do you want me to go get the pliers and the monkey wrench? What's that?
You don't even have cable? Yeah.
Is that the only thing we don't
No, that's what we're here for, Jeff. You just ask away. You ask as many questions as you want, buddy.
I love the little heat that you put inside of that. A little of that beet salad.
I don't watch much TV. Becky does, Grandmom does, and I think that's it. They're the only two that really watch a lot of TV. I mean, I watch my Forged in Fire, but that's pretty much it. I was gonna say, I thought you were.
Crispy and crunchy, but soft on the inside. Has great flavor.
Veggie wrap breading doesn't matter what you choose off the menu. It's all delicious. Chef Matt,
Well, I know I saw you feed her a couple days ago.
watch out for this guy's soft cake for everybody.
You fed her the chicken or something, I think it was.
In Little Rock, north across the river. Arkansas barbecue macaroni with bologna burger. A joint full of bologna. This is called the diet burger, in case anybody asks. And some funky chicken. Great flavor, great taste, great sandwich. Brought to you by.
I'm slowly trying
You
to switch mine over to all frozen thawed though.
So why am I doing goat yoga at this mountain resort? Because Hotels.com lets me do me. Ah, the smell of goat. Hotels.com. You do you and get rewarded.
Yeah, it's funny how they work like that, ain't it, Corey?
It's Halloween. Leave no trick behind. Party City. Oh, it's on. All the hottest costumes from $9.99. See, feel, climb. First out, last in.
Yeah, you can get rude answers, Jeff. And anytime you have a question, you can come on here and ask anybody that's on here. You can ask me. Everybody will help you.
Boundaries. Go walkabout. Get set. Go off to the goosebumps. Never stop discovering.
My mom washes the dishes.
That's awesome, Pumpkin Patch.
So what does the dishwasher do?
That's true. Even taking that to another way is also some customers can also be very, very rude. But if I had a person that contacted me and they were very rude, asking questions about animals or giving me a hard time, and someone else called right after that, I would never take it out on the person that called after that. But some people take it out on everybody thinking like, man, I got to deal with this again. No. And I say, if you're going to be rude to people and you're trying to sell an animal, you're in the wrong business. You shouldn't be doing it. You should definitely just be like not doing that at all. Sometimes they go on these hunger strikes, Corey, and it is crazy. I've had females go 8-9 months with no food because they just go on that, on them. They just go on that hunger strike to get it in their head. I'm not eating. But 19 straight months, that's one of the longest I've ever heard. Yeah, that is normal, Jennifer. I agree. Yeah, you're supposed to be helpful. And even if you don't get an animal from me and you got an animal from someone else and there's a problem, I'll be more than happy to help you with it. I'm not going to judge you because you didn't get something from me or something. That's not the way I am.
So I'm here in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Man, that's a mouthful. Not to be confused with Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah. You had one go 8 months. Yep. Yeah, when they go like that, I monitor their weights, and if they're not losing weight or they're not like dramatically dropping in weight, yeah, I usually just
All right, I have a bra
let it take their course. Where?
in the washer
Okay.
because I asked somebody to take care of his clothes that were in the dryer. And because he failed to do that, when I hung my wet shirts on top of the door of the washer, they slid off and fell into the toilet, so I had to rewash them.
Okay.
But I took care of that person's clothes.
Yeah, I was gonna. I thought you were gonna leave it there for me to take care of the whole thing. When you said take care of it, I just assumed I was taking care of the whole thing in a little bit. I thought I would take care of the whole thing. That's what I thought you meant. I apologize. 4 months is the longest, huh?
My bra and my shirt that's in the washer cannot
Go in a dryer. I know that. I will bring them in here and I will hang them up.
And it's probably inside out, so can you please turn it the right side out?
I will do that. Yes, I know that bothers you, and I will take care of it for you.
And you know which way I like them hung up?
Yes, yes, I do.
And yes, everyone's probably saying, "Oh my gosh, she's picky and bitchy and
No,
bossy and-"
you're allowed to be picky.
I mean, it's my closet is my clothes. I don't want to have to hunt through and I look for a shirt.
I agree.
I like them facing me, not facing away from me. So I can see the front of them.
Who gnawed off the end of it? Would you cut it with last time? A camping app?
A lot of times when they go off food, they need like something like a smaller cage or a hide. My Kenny Sambo.
I just don't know what shirt to wear tomorrow night.
Yeah, just mist them down. That's about the best you can do. Keep the humidity high, and they will shed. I do that with the other way around. I always like, oh, look, the tarantula shed, and here's some molting. Okay, I get confused. I make that mistake a lot. I'm forever saying shed or molt or shed. But yeah, you need to just mist them down. That'll help them.
Well, I like the tang on that barbecue sauce for sure. You know those ponchos you wear when you go to a football game? That's what you need to eat this thing. There's not many places you can get away with eating bologna. When you come down to Arkansas, you can find a lot of places that are serving it.
How many tub rack you getting there, Jeff?
Dry out of it so it's not so mushy. Put that with a big burger, tangy barbecue sauce, and a bun that'll hold together. You got yourself a party. There we go.
You have bologna at home all the time, but it's never this thick cut. It's never fried like this.
Bro, I mean, it's as big as your head. And beyond the burger, turns out
Yeah.
have become North Little Rock Trailblazers.
I feel like North Park's a bit of a beacon over here. Most restaurants are across the river.
I grew up right in this neighborhood, and we never had restaurants here. So to have a restaurant like this is just fantastic.
There's everything I want here.
Sweet and sour chicken sandwich. Talk to me about this sweet and sour chicken sandwich.
It's a little messy, but it's totally worth it.
Yeah, that's okay. When just keep the humidity up in there a little bit. That's all. Even though it digs, spray the substrate down a little bit or whatever.
Yes. Must be a North Little Rock kind of deal.
What was the snake, Jeff?
Shoot her next. And a little salt. A little salt. This goes for about an hour. It'll thicken up and get sticky. Next step. We get our chicken in fresh. Holy carrot.
DW. You still in here?
Buttermilk. Drop it in the flour. Put it in the fryer. Once it's done, we're gonna build the burger up. Burger or chicken sandwich? I call everything in here a burger. I'm gonna go have one of those 12-ounce cold burgers in a glass. Oh, yeah. We're gonna grab this chicken. It's going straight into the sweet and sour sauce. Gonna put a piece of provolone on next. Our romaine, sliced tomato. Top it off. That's your chicken burger right there. Well, I'll tell you what, buddy. Bottle that sauce. I would buy
And you got a good hide in there. One that when she gets in, she could touch the sides all the way around. Oh, you just came back. Where'd you go? Pastel leopard blade clown. Yeah, I'm sure that's beautiful.
Cooked so gorgeously. The sweet and sour is spongy but not overpowering. Sweet and sour chicken.
Thank you for stopping in, Tarantula Shanny. Thank you very much. And anytime you have a question, hit any of us up and we'll help you out any way we can. Yeah.
Tell Ed his rice-a-roni's done instead of coming get it.
Ed, your rice-a-roni's done. You have to come and get it. It's the San Francisco treat day, you said? Oh, your food, yes. Yeah, I'm glad you got a small one like that because I find if they could touch all the way around in there, they do really well. And sometimes you might have to assist feed something like that. He's on his way, hon. Oh, that's right. You're at home, aren't you, this week? You're at home every weekend. I forgot.
Very light.
So. Trying to think of what else you could do. He'll be here in 19 hours. Keep it warm for him, please.
Is it dry?
Corey, you might think.
I'll try my best. Can't promise that if it'd be moist or dry, but I'll keep it warm for you.
She'll do her best. You might want to try this, Corey. If it could touch all the way around, you might want to stuff some paper towels in there in the top of that hide, so when it crawls in, it's even being touched on the top, so it's touched on the top and all the way around on all the sides. Because I know blood pythons. I know this is you're talking about ball python, but blood pythons. Sometimes if they can't have something touching the top of their head, when like they can put their head underneath something, they won't eat real well.
Yeah, it's not mom and pop, but there's still some pretty slick family magic going down. Brought to you by
Yeah, that's tough when you have to do that.
Describe the food, more Californian Korean food,
But you're doing it in
surprising,
a surprisingly different ways.
right?
The food is really
Yeah, it's got some good stuff there. Slash LKB, what's up, buddy? I seen you pop in. Very, very nice to see you here.
All right, Chef. So let's see this.
We're making our chicken wing sauce.
So we're making all that.
Yeah, some people have to assist feed for a long time too.
55 pounds of brown sugar, vinegar. So that's just white distilled vinegar. Soy sauce, cooking wine, oyster sauce, sesame oil, honey.
Did you feel its stomach, Corey, to make sure there is no lumps in there or anything?
And cloves. Mix everything together. Next, we got our chili garlic paste.
And are you making the chili garlic paste?
Yeah, we take a little bit of vegetable oil, fry the garlic, and then we add crushed red chilies.
It's always 8 people in the chat because you guys are all the 8 great people. That's why.
4 hours. And you want
But it says 9. No, now it says 8. I don't know what's going on. It's all right.
straight down.
Everyone seems to be good. Well, at least I'm good. I hope you're good, LBK.
Pull the bones with your fingers.
That's actually brilliant technique.
Cut this tip off.
Okay. You might want to try that, like I said, with the newspaper on the top. And then when you assist feed, a lot of people do it differently, but I like the holding in the air method. When you shove it in, you hold it up and then let it hang for a minute, and then it can't drop till it starts chewing it and swallowing it. That's usually the technique that triggers them into eating.
4 hours and then fried to order.
Double fried.
So these have been fried, cooled, fried.
Yeah, so they're nice and crispy on the outside.
It's assist feeding and not force feeding, right, Jennifer?
Wings in, give it a quick toss. And they are finished.
Wow, look the way that comes together.
Scallions, toasted sesame seeds. One warning, this is really hot, so
So the hot part would be the fact that it came out of the fryer just moments ago, candied up with a sauce that would burn your skin off.
right.
Okay, good job. Whoa, that's my job. The crisp that you put on this is the lollipopping elevates the whole appreciation and the whole representation of the wing.
You have the perfect balance. Sour, salt, sweet, bitter. That is masterful.
The meat itself has got good flavor. Right. My opinion, the top was the orange. Just getting that little essence of the orange at the end. Well done, man.
Get down chicken wings?
I dream about that every night.
The sweet and sour Korean barbecue sauce are great. Really nothing bad I can say about them.
Except for all that will stick to your beard.
I should have brought my son to bed.
There you have it. Free bibs. Come on down.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's a little strange to try to get them to do it, but they do. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? It's good to see you here. But I like his technique. He puts out all the stuff so the smells up so that they get a good whiff of it and all that.
After I left Korea, I came back here, and my sister and I opened up this restaurant, and the rest is history.
Amazing food.
I also know that hopper mice, little bitty hopper mice, for those little stubborn ones that won't eat, that sometimes works. So you may want to try some hopper mice.
So what are we into now, Chef?
We're going to make our beef marinade or our beef poutine. So what we got is soy sauce,
Okay.
sugar. This is probably enough for maybe 1,000 pounds of meat right here. Brown onion and apple.
Covers a lot of ground flavor-wise.
Yeah. Garlic, rice plant, black pepper.
Weed whacker.
Good to see you made it home safe, Tone.
We're gonna throw this hard cooked shortbread into hot water. Marinade, yellow onion, carrots, daikon radish, sesame oil.
Now, how long are we going to let this sit? For about 2 hours. This looks just fantastic.
We're just gonna hand shred the shortbread.
Pour the jus over the top of it.
Yep. We're gonna take our fries out, season them very simply here. Salt, garlic powder, granulated garlic, Korean chili powder.
Oh, cool.
And then
Oh, I'm glad it worked, Sarah.
You see how he subtly put the fries away from us?
here, we can put it back over here.
Don't do this. You're not going to have any dish left.
Fries right on. Top this with some shortbread, white cheddar, and spicy jack cheese.
In the oven for how long? Just
For
another
about a
1 minute.
minute. Yeah, just melt the cheese.
And here it comes.
Yeah, sour cream.
Sweet scallion.
What
Getting the perfect bite here.
What did they do?
Serve crisp fries
Pumpkin
and
patch?
fries. And then you want the beef and the cream, of course. And you gotta have some of that onion on top.
the counterbalance. You need that acidity coming through. And I love the little refreshing creaminess and acidity that you get from the sour cream. Talk about.
Oh, I can't wait to see it there, Corey.
Traditional dish like a poutine, but put a Korean twist to it and keep it balanced. You did it.
You guys have a Kylie poutine?
The poutine is definitely gonna fill you up. I'm warning you up.
The fries are crispy and buttery. The meat is juicy.
Most of the beef about ready to go. You can try all sorts of restaurants in the area, but El Sol is definitely one of the best.
Korean food with a twist is exactly what you're doing. You've been rocking it for 8 years. You got a lot more coming.
All right, thanks, man.
Nicely done, Chef.
All right, great.
Nicely done.
Thanks.
Good job, Rocco. Huh? Watch out for this guy. Up next, in Kona, Hawaii. The wheels are off the wagon, folks. A fantastic family-run spot. This is crazy. Serving up.
Yeah, that's a problem with breeding rats. Sometimes you never have what you need when you do it, when you need it. I'm sure it is. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. You're gonna do a video, right, Corey? You haven't done one in a while, have you? A video?
Nature's recipe knows wags that zig and wags that zag are fueled by purposeful recipes.
Oh no, I didn't get in no trouble last night with Edwards there. I just wouldn't repeat what he said. He had us rolling. Your husband is so funny. Well,
I travel with a carry-on full of it. Sadly, I can only bring 3.4 ounces.
I have a few that just will not, under any circumstances, eat frozen thawed. I agree, Jeff. Edward is awesome. He's hilarious. He's a fast thinker, and it comes out fast. He's good at it.
Tiny baby shoes. So close.
Makes no sense. Baby can't even walk. Should have been a life insurance policy. Plus, would have been a great song. Think about it. The literature, beneficiaries. Brad, where are you going?
From Disney and Pixar.
What's 130? Oh, I missed that. See, I missed that.
Buy Incredibles 2 today and watch it instantly.
Yeah, that's going to be cool to see. Tone. I mean, Corey, it's going to be really cool to see. Hey, David, how you doing, buddy? You still at work or something?
Better your selfie even after you take the shot. The new LG V40 Thank You. For powerful suction, you need a Shark. With 2 swappable batteries at maximum suction, the Shark INF80 has more runtime than the Dyson V10 Absolute.
What did they do? How did they do something like... Wow.
What?
Pumpkin Patch had a pet sitter and they killed off most of their stuff and caused all this damage to their stuff, their animals and stuff. And a lot of his stuff's at the vets and stuff. Crazy.
I love it for lunch. I love when it's fresh. I like when it's old. I like when it's cold. I eat it with a fox in a box and a tree with a bee and a goat with. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm in the big island of Hawaii, and it's that much closer to Thailand. You know what I'm looking for? Some original Thai.
Oh, he stopped at the local watering hole, huh?
If you love Thai food, this is the spot.
That beef salad. Everything they make.
All of it? I mean, is it really terrific?
It reminds me of being back in Thailand.
The authenticity comes from the OG herself, Thailand's own Saeed.
Yeah, mahogany is very nice.
I came here in 1985.
Oh, you were just a little girl.
I was 25 when I came.
No, you weren't. Are you one of the owners?
The only owner.
Owners are mean and old and great. You're nice and young and smart.
Yeah, that really sucks, Pumpkin Patch.
It's a Thai food, but it's not
Mm.
just Thai food. It's a whole mixture.
Right. In between Thai and Chinese.
You should try some Chinese. I'll be here all week. Try the duck.
Yeah, I don't think I would. If I can't get a family member to do it, I don't know.
I've never tried anything like this in my life.
What are we gonna make?
SSS duck,
Why so many S's?
spicy,
sweet and sour.
It's the long lost USSS Duck in Flavortown. Okay, Admiral, dunk the duck.
You're gonna put in the hot water, put the ginger,
A lot of cinnamon,
garlic,
star anise,
red onion,
black peppercorn.
brown sugar, spice.
That much five spice?
Yes.
We're loading for war here on the SSS Duck.
Soy sauce, sweet soy sauce. Sweet
That is such a shame, Pumpkin Patch.
vodka.
Wow.
Thai cooking. Add the vodka. All right, how long is that going to simmer?
45 minutes.
It's all right here, right now, on the USSS Duck. The duck is done and cooling. Now what are we making?
We're gonna make the SSS sauce.
Yeah, the only person I trust with my animals is that one right back there.
Yes.
So that's cooked down for 45 minutes. Now we add that.
Fried garlic and onion. We're gonna bone the duck.
Now we're just going to dip it in batter.
Yeah.
All-purpose flour, water,
Soy sauce.
paprika.
Fry it.
Okay, bring the duck. Good luck, duck.
We're gonna cut it up. SSS sauce.
I swear a life preserver.
Did you know this? The house, the pet sitter. Did you know who it was?
Catch.
We're taking on torpedoes. The USSS Spicy Duck. This is crazy. You get that cinnamon, that star anise, much of that five spice, but the duck is super tender. The cabbage is adding a little texture, so you're not just getting the same note. I would fly from California just to come and have this at least twice a year. Fantastic.
The sweet sour spicy duck.
Sweet, savory, spicy, super crispy, moist meat.
Why don't you try to
Yeah.
use descriptive words? Oh, yeah. I'll work on that.
Yeah, when you have no choice, what do? I understand that. Scrub pythons are very cool.
And the third generation is already in training. You ever work here?
Sometimes they help picking the basil.
That's a good job. What do you call grandma? Yai is grandma in Thai.
Was it a family friend or just
Around here, and this is the only one that they come to.
someone you really didn't know real well?
Thai pork lob wrap. You know, it's not like your traditional wrap. It's a Thai version of it. You got the juicy pork. You mix a little bit of the peanut sauce with it. You've got an amazing bite right there.
What are we making?
Yeah, I agree,
Wrap.
Corey.
LARD.
Yes, we wrap.
Green tree pythons are amazing.
Chicken, beef, pork. Okay, we're making it with what? Fantastic. That's good because I need some more food after the whole half of duck that I ate.
We're gonna make the peanut sauce, oil, curry paste, coconut milk, paprika,
I didn't get as far as I wanted to today, but
yes, sugar.
Well, we were busy. We went out today too, though. So.
That's just the sauce.
I doubled what I had done yesterday.
Oh, see, what were you hoping to more than double it?
I was hoping to get at least this section of blue done.
Sauce, onion,
Because
lemongrass,
let's see.
Cilantro or green onion?
cilantro, and green onion together.
Yeah, 'cause I got that section of blue, then it's just the section, I got the rest of this blue to do, this whole section white and gray. I basically have this much of the blanket to do yet.
Mayonnaise.
Oh, so you'll be done in a day or so. Besides the border, right?
Yeah.
How do you eat lob and cabbage?
You can dip these,
Dip it in there?
yeah, or you can just bite like that.
I've been to a mall.
Is Jason okay? I haven't heard nothing from him in a while. Theory, he's been like on MIA.
Flavors are delicious. The pork's got a good amount of fat. Nice little kick of the mayonnaise.
No, not too many people hold them because they got when they're little, their bones can break pretty easy. At least that's what I've been told. On green tree pythons, they're very brittle.
Very tasty with the peanut sauce. Delicious.
Mango curry chicken.
Nobody brings the sweet and the spice like this place. This is superb.
The food's delicious.
Thank you so
And
much.
you're wonderful.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Coming up, a crazy chicken joint in Seattle.
Sorry that happened to you, Pumpkin Patch.
Adding Asian flair to their sandwiches.
Yeah, he seems to be working a lot.
And loading up the bowl of shame. My friend, you need to have a license to wield this.
I didn't even get to see that video because I wasn't on all day today, so it's kind of hard to.
We're gonna steal Christmas. We're gonna need the element of surprise.
Yeah, I got to go watch yours too, Sarah Tyndall, because I know you guys uploaded a couple videos. I did not watch. I haven't been on YouTube all day today. I haven't even commented on our videos, last two videos that people have comments on.
This is the destruction of the cancer cell by the body's own immune system.
Ooh, and then there's no light.
I'm sorry, I'm tired. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, that sounds it's crazy. Hard work. He works a lot of hours.
Tomorrow's gonna be a late night.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a late night for Becky. She won't be home. So you guys will be home later though, right? What time you get?
I figure we should be home about 12:31.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
So get your sleep now. Hey Reagan. Hi Becky.
Hi, honey. Good night, honey.
Reagan, I need your mom to contact Becky on Monday if possible. Like send her an email or something.
What if you could bring the flavors of the Food Network kitchen to your kitchen? Well, now you can. With new Food Network Kitchen Inspirations meal kits, making chef-worthy flavors is easier than ever. You can also enjoy Food Network Kitchen Inspirations delicious salad dressing.
Oh, it's I don't know. Why? She wants to know why. Did you say it's a surprise or something?
It's an adult thing.
It's an adult thing, Becky said, I guess. If that's okay. You are not in You're not in trouble in any way, Reagan. Not at all. Never. I would not worry about it. You're not in trouble. She was worried she'd be in trouble for something. I don't know what she would have. You're never in trouble, Reagan.
No, your name's not Andy.
Yeah, you're not
Whoever
me.
the hell you were arguing with last night talking about my balls and stuff like that.
These balls, but these the balls ain't on here.
Yeah, well, I don't want to hear it tonight. Because I'll make you get off the computer and go to your mom's room.
Yeah. Yeah, that does help. Pumpkin patch.
Trust the promotional product experts for thousands of promotional products and on-time delivery. Go to 4imprint.com. 4imprint. For certain.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book?
Coveted Books is an author-friendly publisher who shares your passion and beliefs. Call us today.
Make sure you drink plenty of water, not soda, nothing like that, because water, you start dehydrating when you get really sick. Jennifer, plenty of water. I sure can.
Here in Seattle, Washington, an area known as Capitol Hill or Cap Hill here local.
It's not hitting you in the face or nothing, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not skinny meatballs. No, you're wrong. It's not barbecue. No, it's not Philly cheesesteaks. And no, it's not Chinese food. Listen, I'm going to give you a little hint. It sounds like...
Aw, look at David getting all like, I love you, babe. Ibuprofen, yep. You haven't gotten a sticker yet. The Tyndalls. Did we? There's another batch going out, but I'll make sure you get one. I'll send it again. You know what? Make sure you contact me on Facebook with your address again, and I'll make sure and get you a sticker.
I don't think they were in the first batch. I knew I was forgetting some people, but I didn't know who I was forgetting. There were just so many of them.
Toasted fennel seed and granulated onion dig it. A little warm water, and then we like to cool it down with some cold water.
It's got not chicken poach. Drop the chicken 8 hours.
Now we're gonna rack it.
Yeah.
Pull a little bit of its moisture out.
To help make it stick. The batter will stick.
Okay, what's the matter? Seriously, talk about it. What's the matter? Was it childhood? It's gonna be all right. All right, got some cornstarch here. That's a lot of cornstarch. Got some gluten-free flour. So this is also.
I use nothing.
Kosher salt. No bacon.
I try never to use nothing. And if I have to, it's for pain. I'll use naproxen. That's it. Absolutely. Absolutely, James. Oh, you guys, are you guys talking to Reagan, or are you guys talking to me about stickers? Because if you're talking to Reagan, I apologize. Night, Corey. I just noticed that. I'm sorry, buddy. Good night. Good night, Jennifer. You have a great. I hope you feel better. Okay. I got you. Oh, you have mine already. That's right. I thought we sent one. All right. Never mind. Jennifer was Sarah Tyndall was talking to Reagan because they got ours already. So. Well, if they Reagan, you need your mom. She does that, but when they stopped having babies, how long have you had them for? Because they shouldn't stop having babies for 2 years. What they should do is, sometimes when they have babies, it takes a while for them to have another batch, and so on and so forth. I had chili for dinner. Oh, there goes David Theory. Yeah, rats do that sometimes too, Sarah. I don't know if you've ever noticed it with your rat colony, but I've noticed that like during the summer they slow down, and once the weather starts cooling down some, they really start taking off. Where's Edward at tonight, Sarah? Yeah. My kids like that hamburger helper. Oh, and Sarah, I got another question for you. Oh, okay. Does that? I can't do that here, but I could see that could work. I turn the air conditioner on. I was going to ask you, how did the tarantula? How'd you put it last night at the end of the vlog? Time to go have some tarantula sex or something like that. How'd it go? How did the whole tarantula breeding thing go? Hey Ed, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you put it on video because I didn't watch much. Like I said, YouTube today, not much at all. Slash finished your sentence there, Theory. You said hun and he said honey. How are you doing tonight, Ed? Hope you didn't get in any trouble in court there, DW. Yeah, that must have been like the pet sitter from hell, Pumpkin Patch. I'm serious, man. That is crazy what happened, man. All good. That's good. Why don't you remind everybody what day and what time the auction is, Ed? October 3rd. Everybody's got to tune in for the auction for that. We got to make it big. A big success. Olympus, Matt, how you doing, buddy? How's everything going over there? That's good. Let me see. There was something I wanted to ask you, Olympus, or Matt, I should say Matt, but I can't remember what it was. I got to go. I'm looking to see what I was going to ask you. See if I can. I'd have to think of what I was going to ask you, Matt. I can't remember now. Kind of crazy when you start getting old and you can't remember stuff anymore. So, yeah. So let me see. Yeah, that's crazy you had to deal with something like that, man. You know, I'm glad you got the police involved, Pumpkin Patch. That's crazy. Happens to you all the time too, huh? What is okay, Matt? What is your biggest breeding project you're anticipating this up and coming year? Matt has awesome videos. Everybody needs to make sure. I'm sure everybody in here is already subscribed to him. And another thing, Matt, like yesterday. Oh, let me see. when I stopped in your live stream yesterday, you said you were sorry for going live at the same time. You don't ever have to apologize for that. It's the internet. We can do what we want. Reagan, you're funny. Killer Zebra Beat Clutch. That'll be awesome to see. That sounds interesting, Matt. Very, very interesting. Yeah, don't feel bad, Slash. I can't either. I constantly forgetting stuff. It's crazy. Very, very crazy. I should have a plan when I come on to these lives, but I never do. Ops. You ain't never stepping on my toes. It's only YouTube. It's not that. Yeah, no. Hey, don't ever worry about it. Yeah. How many clutches do you think you'll have next year? And when you breed, do you like breed all year long, or do you only do it? Yeah, you know, I'm a little bit older than all you guys, and I feel much older than that, I guess. I'm not older than everybody in the room because I know there is at least one person in here older than me. Maybe two. Yeah, Matt, do you breed all year long, or do you have a set season for breeding? Yeah. Yeah, I try not to have plans when I do anything on video. How quick the females go. Definitely a season from very good, yes. It's going to be interesting. I love seeing people's really be successful. Sorry for what? Well, see, I live in North Dakota, way up where it's cold, but I keep my room nice. But I find I can breed year round. I don't have a huge collection, but what's up to breeding size, I kind of do it all the season long. Keeps me busy. If I put everything up at one season and then stopped and started back up again, it would just be, I think it would be more monotonous to me. I find it more interesting when I have stuff going all the time. The only things I have on seasons is the colubrids and the geckos. Becky's geckos, she puts them on a season too because it's tough not to have them on a season. But as for the ball pythons, I kind of try to go. You look good for your age, Tone. I try to go all year. You got a timeout on YouTube. Reagan, that was funny.
nothing halfway, brother.
Yeah, I got some locks. I had a lock today. I had some prelay sheds today. At least I hope it was a prelay shed. I'm pretty sure it is. I try not to mess with them once they shed. She's in a real tight coil. I leave her be. Then I count down the days. And then the other one, the LSR fires, they went during the summer. So all right, Sarah, thanks for stopping by. No, but it's still, you're moving in. It is a jump though. Now, yeah, we had some hatch in July was last year, so I find, if I didn't have the issues I have with my spinal bifida and all, I think I would do probably more of a season, but I have to keep myself occupied. Go ahead. You're very good at marketing, Olympus, or Matt, I should say, because it seems like all your stuff that you hatch out, and you hatch out a lot, if you have 20 clutches, you do pretty good. And you seem to sell everything. So you have, I think you do a fabulous job at your business you're running there. Yeah, I agree with that too, Matt. Bunch of luck, but I think the whole way you market everything, with your Patreon, the way you do it, and everything like that, you do very well with that. Yeah, Patreon. See, I wanted to start a Patreon. I have one, but I haven't really promoted it or anything like that. I really want to start one because once we start producing more stuff, I really want to get it, like you do it. The people get first grabs if they're a Patreon person, subscriber, I guess you should say. Yeah. I don't take anything for pain or anything like that. So I just kind of, the animals keep me going. The wife keeps me going and the kids do. If I didn't have my wife, the kids, or the animals, I would be lost in that order. Well, kids and wife first. Yeah, we had some shirts we're gonna get some shirts made up again, and then stuff like that. Then we'll get our Patreon going. Because everything I had sold out pretty quick, really fast. And then I had a lot of people still contacting me about stuff, and I don't have any. Everything's sold out. So Patreon might be the way to go on that. We understand, Reagan. You don't have to. You don't have to support anyone on Patreon if you don't want to, Reagan. And she does. She does support everyone just by showing up in our live streams and saying hi to everybody and being such a cheerful person. Every time I see her, she's got a smile on her face and she's happy. So when do you plan Matt? When do you plan to do a? Yeah. Oh yeah, shows. That's another thing. You know, whatever you don't sell on there, you can definitely hit the shows with. But Matt, when do you plan to do another one of your? I think we asked last time, but when do you plan to do another one of your interview type shows? Is it the news? Is that what it is? It's a cold night there. Okay, B, it's not so cold here. It's been really good here the last few days. We had cold for a while. Now it's news segments. That's what it is. Yeah. Well, when you see Kurt, tell him congratulations. Yeah. Well, I just won't take him because at all, pumpkin. Well, not 30 there. I think it's pretty warm here. It's been warm here anyway for the last few days. Let me see what it says here now. It's 40 out, so that ain't bad here. That's funny. I think Jeff asked who it was, and Matt said he couldn't tell. Wasn't allowed to say. That's funny, man. That is funny. Oh man. Yeah, it's getting to that time where it's going to come to a halt pretty quick. Yeah, you live in California, so that's different. Yeah, I'm not one for with my back pains and stuff like that. I will never take a pain pill. I'll suffer first. Once I get the podcast up and going again, Matt, I want you to come on there. I agree with you there too, Matt. I know reptiles can handle the cool much better than they can handle the heat. I find that heat is sometimes worse, a lot worse than the cold. Ah. Oh yeah, the podcast is a lot of fun. We used to do it. We stopped for the summer because everybody's busy during the summer, and then we just haven't started it back up. But I'm pretty sure that after the holidays here, we'll get it going again, and then I'll get in contact with you about it, and then we'll have you on for sure.
One for me and one for you. Now that's a sandwich. Lay's. Make life flavorful.
Yeah, I don't like I've seen some bad things with people shipping with the heat packs, and when it got too warm. So cooler temperatures do help some.
At Collagen, we craft a deeper, richer broth because every detail matters. We select all natural chicken and flavorful herbs and spices. Collagen broth helps you make every meal delicious. Collagen, delicious is in the details. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely, Reagan. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. My son has ADHD really bad, so I'm used to it. Doesn't bother me at all. Squirrel. Ah, Becky's brother has OCD, and let me tell you, if you walk into his house and you even move a little knickknack, he'll notice it as soon as he walks in the door, and he goes crazy over it. Has to put everything back. Yeah. No, I wasn't serious. Yeah, I know. Like my son has it really bad, and it doesn't bother me. It drives some of the people at the school a little crazy, but it doesn't bother me at all. So yeah, the pumpkin call, huh? Tone. That's it, Reagan. You better tell him. Tell him to be very careful when he's out there. I'm not scared of guinea pigs in any way. They're DW. I ran a pet store for 20 years, and guinea pigs don't affect me in any way. Yeah, that's the way my son is too. He's like, I have two sons, and they're both. My oldest one's kind of borderline, I think, ADHD. Because once he starts something, man, he's just like, boom. Wait a minute. What do you mean Becky told you that, Reagan? Becky didn't tell you I was scared of hamsters. Squirrels are crazy. I used to feed one all the time outside, nuts and stuff like that. It actually got to the point to where it would climb up the railing, look in the window of the door, and bang on the door until you gave them nuts. It was funny. And my uncle used to have a squirrel that he would feed all the time. it would come and sit on his shoulder. I said, yeah, you'll do that until it rips your ear off. Funny, 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 Ed. Funny. You know, I'm gonna tell you something, Ed. You run a pet store for a while, and you see what those little sons of guns can do, man. I won't use the words I wanted to use because Reagan's in here, but you use them. See what them little. You wouldn't think they were so nice, man. Pound for pound, a hamster is the most vicious, violent animal on the face of the earth. Haha, let's pick on Andy night, huh, Jeff? Give me an arrow so I could shoot it. Come through the roof of the Cadillac again. Funny. Yeah, if a hamster was as big as a honey badger, the honey badger wouldn't stand a chance. Yeah, I'm not big on rodent fan, but I breed my own rats, which most of us do breed rats, I think. And yeah. Theory, I'm gonna tell you something. One day, I'm gonna go to the spot where I shot that arrow from, and you'll see exactly where it went to the roof of the car at. And I'll show you where the car was parked at, and you'd be like, "Holy cow!" It was really far. I also made a potato cannon once, and was shooting potatoes over the school, and they would hit cars behind, and you could hear the car alarms go off. I'm sure they did. I was a kid though then, so that was many, many years ago. And when we lived in Philadelphia, there was a railroad track at one end, and there was a school at the other end, and we would shoot them over top of the railroad track or the school, and you could just hear the car alarms going off. Bink. The potato cannon, I mean, that I made could shoot potatoes really far. Yeah, funny, D-Dog. Has anybody in here ever made a potato cannon before? Out of PVC pipe? I can't be the only one in here who's done it. Matt, you look like the type of guy that would have done something like that when you were a kid. See? Told you. I've done that a lot. You order frozen rodents, you got all that dry ice, you could have a lot of fun with it. Oh, you put a dent in your dad's Beamer? Ah, funny, Ed. Jeff. I bet your dad was super pissed at you for that. You know, I'm gonna tell you a story, Matt. My son, he's this last hot 4th of July that just passed. He works for a company that works out at the oil fields, but he maintains these uh, generators that run the place after they're gone. So he decided, his boss was like, "You can't make a bomb out of a sparklers." So he went out and bought every sparkler he could find, taped it up like you would do, you know. He stuck it in a boot that had a steel toe on it. He lit it and he ran. When it went off, he said the steel toe shot off, dented, they were inside the building, dented the wall, and the people in the next building over, that was, they do something too, come over to see if everything was okay because they had pictures fall off their walls. And my son and his boss were just laughing so hard. I'm like, you're gonna hurt somebody with that thing. But yeah, he made a sparkler bomb. See you later, Theory. Madman, what's up? Good to see you here. Uh-huh. Yeah. They could be a lot of fun. But you got to do it, and you got to be careful when you do it, I guess. But he's always doing crazy things like that at school up here. When he went to when he was in the I'm gonna shoot my brother's tests or whatever. Yeah, good luck with that, Jeff. Good luck with that. They filled a styrofoam cup up with acetylene upside down, and when a teacher was in the other room, they moved it and blew the glass up, and it made a big pop, and you could feel a little shock wave in the shop room, and the shop teacher come running out. What the heck was that? He's crazy. My son did all kinds of stuff like that, just crazy. Where he got the ideas for it all, I don't know. And if you do that, Jeff, you got to get it on film, and then you got to get it on film again when your brother gets home. And he puts his foot up your ass. That'll be funny, too, to see. Yeah, good times. I guess you could say that. I often wonder, I keep telling him, asking him, are you ever going to grow up? He's like, no. Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, man. That's a good one. Oh, Matt, that is hilarious. That's true, James. Growing up is mandatory, but I mean, getting older is mandatory, but not growing up. True. If you stay young at heart, you'll probably stay young. So, yeah, that would be good. That would be funny to do that, I could see it now. Matt. Replacement battery. Merry Christmas. See, you couldn't even have a Tesla here because There are no power stations. There are no charging stations here that I know of.
So what we do at Ceviche, we do a lot of Latin inspired dishes. Ropa is one of the national dishes of Panama. Ropa vieja is
Oh yeah.
best coconut rice.
Have avocado. We have the green tomatoes on the side, and it's just stunning.
The first one we're working with is Ropa vieja. So this is one of my favorites.
You can charge it at home, but you can only go so far with them, can't you? That would do me no good. Oh yeah, I believe the infrastructure is going to take a while to get it there because it's going to take time to get stations everywhere. I mean, you could not travel from across the country in one because where would you get? Not every place has those. Yeah, power outlet at home, but what if you're traveling somewhere they don't have a charging station? That's what I'm talking about. So, what's your prediction for any football games tomorrow, Matt? Yeah. Yeah, they only last like 2 or 3 hours, right? Is that what it is? Yeah, they can hook little generators up to the tires as you go. It could recharge it constantly. Yeah.
Neat is juicy. The coconut rice complements it perfectly. The coleslaw is really delicious.
Real deal. It's very similar to what I had down in Panama. And so is the dish that gives this place its name.
Cover the spread. I don't.
Ceviche better be good. And this is the best I've ever had. It's always fresh, local fish, local seafood. My dad taught me how to make ceviche, and I'm a military career, so we got a lot of seafood.
Well, good luck.
Like this Central American take on old school chicken soup.
Yeah, I didn't like the I saw the Prius. Someone in town had one. I didn't like the Prius. But you would think with the electric cars, like the Tesla car, you would think that they could hook a generator up to the tires so as it's moving, it could be recharging the battery the whole time you're going and never have to stop to charge it, except when you're parked. That'll be interesting to see. I think in the next 20 years, it's going to be a lot of electric cars and stuff in the next 10 to 20 years. Yep, I'm sure that's what I was saying. Something like that. Something with the drive shaft or the, with the wheels or something to make it so that it constantly, and I think we can get close. It's coming. I am sure that it's only a matter of time, Jeff, before, when these other companies start doing it, Cadillac will come out with something. I'm sure a lot of people will be right there with you, Tone.
Metastatic breast cancer is relentless, but I'm relentless too. NBC doesn't take me off, and neither will. I'm not treated by NBC. The only papers in
Yeah.
the only one of its kind that can be taken.
Yeah, I suppose taller people have a hard time fitting in those really tiny cars like that. Because I know the Prius that the people over here had was so tiny. And they had it for a while because the wife wanted it. And he parked it in the garage. He never took it out. And a year later, he had it up for sale. He's like, I ain't driving in that. It was so funny. $1972, no, 1978, 1977, no, 76. Had to be a 1976 Pontiac Trans Am. My dream car. Any one of those years between 76 and 78. Or a 1969 Formula Firebird. You're only 3'11". You're 3'11" and 98 and a half years old. You're doing pretty good.
So near the Kendall area of Miami, Florida, just a few miles away from Scully's Tavern. Remember that? We're on Sunset Drive.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe that one, DW, because I really don't believe, David, I don't believe he's 3'11", so you're probably still the shortest person around here. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Have to bust your chops a little bit there, buddy. Matt, you should have been in here yesterday. Edward Tyndall was in here, and it was just downright hilarious. I don't know if you've ever watched any of his live streams, but they're hilarious. Wow, thanks. There you go, DW. Well, I'm glad you did. It's enjoyable to have you in here because it's, it's just great to have you in. Every different variety of people in here all the time. But guys, we're pushing on 2 hours, and I think I'm going to get out of here. Yeah, but Ed, you're a professional boxer, so there's a difference. Yeah, your live streams, Matt, is crazy because there's so many people in there. The comments just fly by so fast. You can't always see them, They go by really quick, so it's nice to get you in here and you can talk. I'll have some good questions for you next time, though. I think I'm gonna have to sit down and think of what all the questions were that I had for you and write them down so I won't forget next time. Because as we get older, we seem to forget. Yeah, I try to explain to people, and I saw what you said yesterday too, because it was at the end when I tuned in. You were like, "I'm not ignoring everybody. It's just I can't. The messages go so fast. I can't see everybody." And the people with the super chats, you can see because it slows it down. It's really big. It catches your eye. So we'll have to everybody go subscribe to everybody in here, and then thanks for stopping in, everybody. Matt, thanks for stopping in again. This is great to have you guys, everybody in here, and yeah, that's hard too when you do the super chat, and then everybody thinks they have to pay to get you to talk to them, and that's not the case. It's going faster. It's a lot of work. A lot of people don't understand how hard it is. I mean, I could just sit and watch your live chats and see how fast they go, and I can't read everybody's. I was in there and said hi, and people were saying hi back, and I missed a whole bunch of them. I'm sure I will. That's why I'm doing it now, but I don't know if my channel's going to grow any. I seem to be in a slump, but that's okay. I got all my friends in here. That's all that matters. All right, Matt, / James, Tone, David, Pumpkin Patch, Ed. Thanks for stopping in, guys, and everybody else is hanging out in the wing that didn't pop in and say hi. I'll see all you guys later, and thank you for stopping in. And don't forget, this is almost every night we do this. So, peace. Thank you, Matt.